Alrighty, so I got my gun back from Quartermaster. It's been completely cleaned up, lubed. We took apart the gearbox. It was completely reworked. Picked up some stuff so I can set up. It's back to factory settings. So this is exactly how it's from store-bought. I've got a target at 100 feet set up down there, and I'm gonna set everything up and take some shots, line it up, zero out my stuff. Alrighty, so I've got 3 targets here today. I've got my 2 zeroing targets for the scope and for the iron sights, and then I've got my competition target by Tokyo Marui. I'm gonna put those up out on the 100-foot target. Yeah, I've got my singular mid-cap mag, my safety eyewear, and then my tools, my screwdriver and my Allen key set, so that I can adjust the hop up, and then later on I can adjust the scope. I picked up a riser, and this is my old scope from my old rifle. Also at Niagara Quartermaster. So I'm running .20s. They're bio BBs, which is nice because I don't want them laying around the field. But yeah, this is the G3-SG1. It's a DMR, which means it's a designated marksman rifle. It's kind of like a sniper rifle, except it's semi-automatic instead of bolt action. So you can have those long range and medium range engagement distances. So yeah, let's get to it. Alrighty, so I've got our first target for rifle zeroing set up down there, down the range. I've got my G3 here set up. My mag is ready. So adjusting hop up can be an easy task, but a very tedious task. There's a dial in there. This is a rotary style hop up. This is the one that came from the factory. I really like rotary style hop up, so I'm probably gonna keep going with those. So if I end up purchasing a new hop up, it'll stay rotary. But it just basically adjusts how the BB flies when it's coming down to the barrel. There's a little rubber piece, you won't be able to see it, but down inside the barrel, that basically adjusting this wheel will move it up and down and side to side, allowing you to put pressure on the BB, which is what will cause it to fly straighter or flatter downrange. So we're gonna take some test shots and we're going to adjust it with just the iron sights as best as possible. I have 0 zoom, and then I have a 2, a 3, and a 4. These are pinhole sights, so it's got the little hole there, and you line it up with the front truncheon on the gun, which is the front iron post. We're probably going to stick it to 2 because that's a nice number to work on when zeroing. So yeah, we'll get into that. All right, mag's in. I'm on semi-auto, which is E. This is a Swedish gun. Don't know why it's E, but yeah. So if I line it up with the front target, I don't know how well this is gonna focus, but no, it's not gonna work. But yeah. So it is shooting really low. I don't think you can see the pellets, but I can see them from where I am. So what we're basically gonna do is I'm gonna open up the hop up and we're going to adjust it. So hop up is got the arrow going that way in it. So I'm just gonna go a couple clicks that way. See how that does. So it's still a little to the right, so we'll adjust it a little bit more. Alrighty, keep going. It's very tedious, but it gets the job done. Okay, so that's getting a little closer. I think I'm gonna need to adjust it down just slightly. Okay, so we got one hit off that one. Empty mag. Gonna reload and then we'll continue from there. All right, I reloaded, still with the .2s. I'm using a speed loader, so it's kind of tedious and you need both hands, and I don't have a phone holder, so yeah, I can't really reload with it. But yeah, see if we can put some on target. So right now, most of the BBs are going up and over, except for the oddball every now and then. So give it a little bit of down hop, just slightly. Okay. Okay, so they're going a little over to the right. That could be a little bit of the wind. Oh, that was a lot. Okay. But it's very tedious. Like I said, it's trial and error. So those ones are going right over. So now I know that I need to come down a little with the hop up. It's gonna go down a slight little bit. That's now going up and to the left. Come down a little bit more, less hop. Okay, time to reload again. Okay, adjust it again. A little bit more, just slightly. And it's just back and forth till it gets spot on. Let's see if I can adjust the front end. Alrighty. More hop. Let's see if I can fire it with the bolt open. I haven't done this before, but maybe it'll work. Maybe not. Who knows? Okay, it does work. Didn't know that. Just adjust it now. Come in. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, so I did get a couple hits off there. Yeah, I'm gonna reload again and then we'll walk over and see where I was hitting. Alrighty. Dial it down a little. All right. Go up slightly. See, very tedious. All right, we've moved up to about 75 feet away. My zoom is all the way in, so it looks like it's a lot closer. But I'm trying to get a versatile, because I play outside at the field, I want to have a versatile engagement distance. So if they're at 75 feet, I want to be able to hit that, but I also want to be able to hit it at 100. So I've got the bolt back open and we're just going to adjust the hop up for this. All right, so I just put like 16 on target, and pretty good. So we can go check it out now. All right, so you can see there's some holes. It's decent grouping for 100 feet with no optic. I'm not the steadiest person there is, but yeah, got a singular headshot, which is nice. But you can see I've got a bit of a grouping down here. Now, I think the majority of this area was at the 100-foot mark, because I remember seeing my shots drift off a bit. But with the scope, that just allowed me to compensate, so I'll know how far away. Each of these spaces is like half an inch, so my grouping's not horrible. But yeah, this area down here plus these ones up here, probably like half the target and down is all about 100 feet. And then up here closer to the center, because I got 1, 2, 3 shots there almost on target. That's about 75 feet. And then the top corners, because as the BB flies, it'll go with the hop up, it'll go up or down. So I'm setting it so that the BB flies down, so you're aiming a little bit above, and then because of the wind, it'll go left or right. But there's a counter spin, so I have mine so it spins a little bit to the left with the wind. So that's why you're getting shots up here like this and over here. The headshot, I think that was just a out of the wind, complete fly up when I was adjusting it, because a couple of the shots I was noticing were just going up and over. But yeah, that's pretty good. So we'll go mount the scope now and the riser and see if we can dial that in. All right, the scope's been mounted with the riser. This is the riser piece here. It just basically lifts the scope up. Lets you still use the iron sights, but it raises the scope up enough that I can get it up and over my mask. We wear a face protection piece while playing. But yeah, so if I can get this to visualize. There you go. So it's just a standard scope. This is a 4 times, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, never mind. It's a 2.5 by 32 times scope. So I've got 2 dials here. This one is my up and down, which is my elevation, and then I've got my left to right, which is windage. So I'm just going to adjust those so that the scope lines up with where the BBs are landing. I'm going to try to line the scope up directly with the center of the target, and then from there I should be able to adjust where the scope is compared to the BBs. So I want it so that the BBs are hitting where the scope is pointing, so I don't have to guess and compensate while I'm at the field. So right now, as you can see, I've got it lined up in the center. I won't be able to hold this, maybe I can. I gotta take it off, safe. So as you can see, the BBs are going way off to the left of the target. It's because the scope's not lined up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my windage and I'm gonna adjust the scope a couple clicks. Let's see if that helps at all. Nope, wrong direction. Come on. It's okay, so that's a little bit better. Almost. A little further. This is also a very tedious process because there's no magic combination for this. So I'll just trial and error. Ooh, almost there. Okay, just a couple more clicks. That's 3. Okay, a few more. And then windage should be okay. All right, so the windage is good now. I have to do my elevation, which is my up and down, which is the top one. So yeah, let's reload the mag and get to that. All right, so we moved up a bit, zoomed in. Okay. And we have been hitting. The wind has gotten pretty bad, but I am placing shots on target, so that's always good. All right, for the target, there's a little bit of dirt on it because before I put it up, I dropped it. But you can see I have a nice tight grouping right here, which is really good. The wind, I had it aimed right here, so you can see the wind pulled it up a bit. And you got your odd birdie shots up there and down there. And a couple up there on the head again. But yeah, it's a really good grouping. I'm happy with that. I might at some point go to an indoor field and just range it up in there, so I don't have to worry about battling the wind. But for the day today, that's pretty good. My gun is running at about 400 FPS, feet per second. And because of that, I'm supposed to have it locked into semi-auto, but as you can see, there's an F, which is full auto. So I have to get that locked down because it is actually illegal. Yeah. But yeah. So scope is sighted in, which is nice. I've got my iron sights, which are sighted in, which is also good. Iron sights I'm keeping sighted in for about 75 feet, and then I've got the scope sighted in for 100. It's set to 8 times right now, so I got that nice 8 times magnification. If I can line this up. It's so hard to do without my scope cam, but yeah, you get the idea. 8 times the size of the target. But yeah, thanks for watching.